Hey y'all, Crystal here from ChristaCoDesign. Today we are making the Bobble Cross prayer cloth. And you'll need 50 yards of number 4 medium worsted weight yarn divided into two contrasting colors. I have a lavender and an Aran off-white color here. I'm using a 5mm crochet hook. You'll need about 25 yards of each color. The stitch multiple is an odd number plus 1 for the starting chain. So if you want to make a different size, you can work to any number of stitches. You just want to end up with an odd number of stitches so that your center cross is in the middle stitch. We're starting with color A, the lavender. We'll chain 14 to get started. And single crochet in the second chain from your hook and in each chain across. You'll have 13 stitches. Okay, turn your work. For row 2, we're going to chain 1 and single crochet in that same stitch and in each stitch across. Okay, now we're ready for our bobble row. This is the wrong side of our work. Chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch and in the next 5 stitches. Your center stitch will be where your bobble goes. Time to change colors. So I insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and stop. Now I'm going to join my next color, color B, my contrasting color, just with a yarn over and pull through to finish the single crochet. Tighten up my stitch here. And now I'm going to bobble in the new color. So I'll yarn over and insert my hook. I'm going to work over my purple and my yarn tail here. Yarn over and pull up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2. Now we repeat that. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. We'll keep repeating that till we have 6 loops on our hook. The yarn tail I'll weave in later. The purple I'm going to carry through so I can pick it up after my bobble stitch here and keep working single crochets on the other side. Now when I have 6 loops on my hook, I drop my first yarn color and I'm going to pick up the purple again to finish the bobble. So I just yarn over and pull through. That completes my bobble. I'm on the wrong side, so it's going to pop out on the opposite, which will be our front. Tighten up my yarn tails here. Now I want to carry the white up to the next bobble row, so I'm keeping it on the front of my work and I'm pulling my new color, my purple I'm going to pick up here, towards me so that I can carry it up through the bobble stitch and pick it up when I'm ready. I'm going to carry it up through the rows, so it'll keep going up. And now we just single crochet in the rest of the stitches across the row in the purple. Turn your work. You can see our bobble's nice there. We'll pick up that white when we're ready. Row 4 is a single crochet row. So you just chain 1, single crochet in the first stitch and in each stitch across, including the bobble. So just pull that white yarn to the back and kind of go over it as we single crochet in top of the bobble here. There you go. And keep going. So there we'll pick it up. We'll be on the back side when we go to pick up for the bobble. Turn for row 5, chain 1, and now we're just repeating the last 2 rows we did. So we'll single crochet in the first 6 stitches. When we get to the bobble, we're going to start our single crochet, drop the yarn, pick up the white, pull through, work a bobble over our purple and into the top of the single crochet that went in top of the bobble. Okay, before my last yarn over and pull through, I drop the white, pick up the purple, yarn over and pull that through, and then carry that yarn up and keep working single crochets across in purple. Okay, so row 6 is a single crochet row. We're going to repeat that in the same way we did row 4. When we get to our bobble, we work in the top. We're going to bring that yarn up through our single crochet stitch and leave it on the back so that we can pick it up and keep carrying it for all of our bobble rows. Now we're going to repeat rows 3 and 4 or rows 7 through 10 until we have 4 stacked bobbles. So we need one more repeat. Here's the back. You can see the white bobble stitches and how we're carrying the yarn up through. Okay, so row 11, we're going to have to join new yarn in this row. Chain 1 and single crochet in the first 2 stitches, but on the second stitch we stop before finishing the single crochet and we're going to join new white yarn for our bobble row. Now our repeat across is going to be bobble in one stitch, single crochet in the next, and we're going to keep doing this in the white. You won't be able to see the white single crochet stitches in between. I'm also going to carry the purple yarn across this row, so I'll be bobbling and single crocheting over the purple so that I can pick it up on the other side at the end. So make one bobble stitch completely in the white, then single crochet in the next. Just working over my tail there for a little bit, and then I'll weave the white tail in at the end. Remember the purple you're going to keep working over. The next stitch is a bobble, followed by another single crochet. And you'll keep repeating that until you have 5 bobble stitches across in this row and only 2 stitches left in the row. When we get to the last bobble stitch of the row, we'll have 2 single crochet stitches left. We'll need to drop our white, pick up our purple, and yarn over and pull through for the last bobble, and then single crochet in the last 2 stitches. We won't need this white yarn anymore, so you can cut it and weave it in. I'm just going to work over it here for these last 2 to get it out of our way. Okay, so here this is our 5th row of bobble, and it has 5 bobbles across for the cross. Now we're going to continue repeating rows 3 and 4. We'll do a single crochet row next in purple, and then we're going to repeat the bobble row for the center and the single crochets on the side for 3 more rows, so we'll have 3 bobbles above the cross. Just going to cut these yarn tails that I don't need here, and I am going to rejoin yarn in the center when I do the bobble. You could have carried up the original yarn that we started with, but I didn't do that, so I'll have to rejoin there. Okay, so the row after our bobbles, row 12, is a single crochet in purple row. Chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch and in each stitch across. Row 13 is a repeat of row 3. We'll single crochet in the first 6 stitches and then bobble in the center stitch in white. And we'll keep repeating just like we have been. Remember to change colors on your last yarn over and carry the purple yarn across so that you can pick it up and continue your single crochets on the other side. For the next 4 rows, rows 14 to 17, you're going to keep repeating row 4 and 3, single crochet in a bobble row until you have 3 more bobble rows stacked on top of your cross there. And then we're going to finish with 2 rows of single crochet in purple, just like we began. I'm done with all my white, so I can cut all my yarn tails here. Okay, so to make a border, we're going to chain 1 and then single crochet in each stitch across. When we get to the first corner, we're going to turn, chain 1, and place a single crochet back in the same corner. Then we're going to work along the edges here, placing single crochets evenly down. Usually that's 1 single crochet per row, since they're about the same height. And then when you get to each corner, you're going to single crochet, chain 1, single crochet in each corner space, and then just continue around the bottom and up the other side, back around, slip stitch to the first single crochet that you made to join it. It's time to cut your yarn and weave in your ends. I'll use the white and the purple to kind of clean up any color change spots that I'm not happy with, if there are any. And your little pocket prayer cloth is ready to gift.